Almost there. Alright, and it looks like we are live. Now, in this stream, we're going to be using my soul level 85 dragon build. You have Please No Hurt here, as the name is. Now, that name is kind of misleading, because once this guy gets to his full power level, I guess you could say, he becomes a real threat. So with Tears of Denial, and you're going to want to lower your health down to below 20% for a few things to take place. And those things are, 1, you're going to have the red Tearstone ring, you're going to have a Morium blade in your left hand, and a Morium blade in your right hand. Now I had the bow from when I invaded at Pontiff, and we might see me use the bow a little bit. And you see the tears pop, but once you're unembered, the health evens out, so it makes it so your tears don't pop. All you have to use is a blood red moss clump. And now, at this level, and you take the bloodlust off because that's really heavy, and you have the Flynn ring here, the Flynn ring, and that'll make it so you get more damage based on your weight. And as you can see, we're not wearing any armor, so we're rocking with straight swords a total of 647 AR, which is incredible, especially for this level of invasions. You can pump that even further with the dragon head torso stone for 712, and that can be very, very deadly. All that being said, let's get started with some invasions. We're in the Grand Archives, because this is one of the best places. There's a lot of nooks and crannies, and originally this build was stationed at Archdragon Peak, because, you know, why not? It's a dragon, let's go defend the boy, the Nameless King. But the thing about it is that it's very linear, and a lot of the hosts don't get lost in it, and it makes it so setting up is a big risk. And there were a lot of cases where I would be setting up my build, and I'd just be rushed by about 3 to 4 people. In the Grand Archives, though, it spawns you relatively far away from the people you're going to be facing, and with the Obscuring Ring, you're not going to be immediately spotted. Let's put the Bloodlust back on. Use the Tears of Denial. This will keep us alive for 1 extra hit, so even though we have very low health, we get 1 extra chance, which is incredibly important at builds like this. So as I said earlier, all we have to do is use 1 blood red moss clump, and that makes it so our health is now we are at the 20% mark, and we didn't pop our tears, and that saves it. And some of you who know this game a little bit better might be able to see I only have Ashen Estus flasks, and that's because if you're healing with this build, you're doing it wrong. Let's take the Hawk Ring off. Let's put on the Slumbering Dragon Crest. This will make it so we're almost invisible. Actually, it would be better if we put on the Untrue Dark Ring. Oh, I was thinking if I could steal that riposte. Look at that. Wow, that was quick. And this build really deals with hosts and phantoms fast. It is very counterable. In many cases, it is seen as unfair. And it is a little unfair to the new player, but in honesty, I would rather go in and surprise a host, slap him a couple times, and then get away, than being able to have to go through a grueling 15-minute battle, which I enjoy both, but it's very exhilarating the whole time. If they hit you twice, you're done, or if they have a throwing knife, you're over. So invading with no health and a lot of damage is really, really fun to do as well. Yeah, this build is like an old car. It needs a lot of maintenance to keep going. You need to buy blood red moss clumps, and it also comes with the Millwood Grape Bow, which is a very good side. That's why you saw me with the Hawk Ring earlier. And with the Hawk Ring, what you can do is it makes it so you keep damage over a distance with the arrows. So I use that, and I use the bow, and I actually normally have a primer, such as the Sunlight Straight Sword, and I can rock well over 1,000 AR with it in order to one-shot people, and it is a blast, and normally that's when you want to be invading upon it. So let's see what we got going on here. Leo BK. Oh, there you are. Yeah, it's always lucky when you can see the host right out of an invasion. There used to be a spell in Dark Souls 2 I don't even remember what it was called because I never even played it, but I remember that it would show you where they were. And it was amazing because you wouldn't have to spend the amount of time tracking down. Even when the host isn't fighting, or I mean hiding, and they're going through the area normally, you'll still have to track them down at some point. We're going to switch over to Silver Cat Ring. Alright, looks like you're there. And if you want to play like a dragon, you want to be sneaky. Just kind of run away. We're going to kind of sneak around and try to get a bow shot on him. And I don't think that's going to work. He's probably waiting right around that door. Now, with this build, you also have a 30% roll. So you're not as really defenseless as it is. Alright, he really likes that shield. He even put it up while I was doing the attack. It is game over. That is a 1,185 riposte, and that was without the... Ooh, I almost got him for another tab. Yeah, that just roll catch did 371. Now remember, all he has to do is hit me twice. So he's getting a little desperate for parries, but... Oop. See, I delayed that a little bit too much. Not twice. Not twice. There we go. Yeah, there's two things a host will do when they're desperate. And two, you know, there's... The first one, it's the classic run away and hide, and that normally doesn't work. That can have two little side paths. One, they run into a boss room, which does work, but it's the most embarrassing thing you can do. They can run and summon more phantoms, and that can work. That's got a 50-50 chance of working depending if the invader has a pursuer weapon. And a pursuer weapon is something that you'd use to, you know, stop people from running away, like a katana. Katanas are very good pursuer weapons. They have an amazing R1, running R1. It was nerfed, but it's still just as good as ever for finishing off people who run. And the pressure, it's called active pressure when you're running after someone with a katana. And that's the best way to kind of finish off someone who's running. Now, they can run away, and you have to take them out with an active pursuer weapon, or they can start to parry, which can be deadly, especially to a build like that. The weapon he had was an axe. I'm not sure which one it was, I wasn't really paying attention. But I do know that axes are multi-hit riposte weapons, which means that the riposte he gets will take multiple actions, so he'll hit me more than once, probably around twice. And when he does that, the first one will most definitely pop my tears, and the second one will finish me. So that's why weapons like that are deadly. If you have the Hornet Ring, most ripostes you have will be multi-hit. I think all of them, really. But normally, they won't be. Yeah, some weapons have a natural multi-hit riposte. Like the axes, most great weapons have a multi-hit riposte without the Hornet Ring. And you'll also find, on the other side of the spectrum, you've got straight swords that have a single hit riposte. We gotta sniff them out. I heard the knight rolling around down there. I'm trying to smell him out. My dragon senses, they're tingling. It looks like all these guys are facing that way. This guy hasn't even moved. And that little critter there would have moved. My mini dragon bro would have moved. So he's definitely down there. He might have jumped off. I'm not exactly sure. Or he might have taken the lift down. Ooh, that looks like that's what happened. So let's see what we can do. It doesn't look like anyone's in it. So let's get on top. He definitely came through this way. There's a thrall. He just flopped over down there. I don't see the host, but he's definitely somewhere here. I wonder who that could be. I'm gonna run away. I'm gonna see. Now, he can't see me right now, but about to get a tasty one. Good morning. Hate to break you out of that gargoyle slumber, but alright, with that pivot. Ooh, you cannot hide from the dragon. My senses are just too strong. That's another funny thing. You really got to know the area of where you're invading, because that looked out of place. You've got pillars here, and now all these pillars there, and there's this one massive, probably expensive gargoyle statue just sitting there. You're like, wait a minute. And I've invaded here so much that just immediately stood out. In fact, it would be more effective if you just kind of crawled up in a corner like that. I wouldn't immediately see you. Of course, I didn't immediately see her because of some of the fog. In fact, I had trouble shooting her with the arrow. That maintenance back up. Alright, now we're ready to invade. But the build definitely is fun to play as, especially if you get into the groove of things. And I'm pretty sure this build, the character you play would absolutely hate my next plan. Which in a couple streams ago, someone was commenting that they have a high-level miracle build that is viable in invasions. And most of us invaders know that if you're going to invade in Ponif at any sort of high level, it's suicide. Just because of you're going to have gank squads, but they're not just going to be complete builds, they're going to be over-complete. So that straight sword character, who I was talking, lost focus, but that's okay. We got 6 more of these puppies. Yeah, but as I was saying, that straight sword character is now going to have not just a sword and board, like not the Lothric sword, but now he's going to have a Havels. So they just get more and more powerful. Oh, wait, we got another person using Chameleon. I don't know if they see us. We see them. we really see them. Yeah, saw him scooch into place at the very minute he kicked over a little bit of dust in my library. And you know I always keep this library squeaky clean, so I saw that right out. And that's what this bow can really do. I was surprised it didn't do more damage last time. I didn't throw in the Hawk Ring, that was the fault. But it ranges as close as that. And that'll do a massive amount of damage. It'll actually, at this level, one-shot most phantoms if you get a headshot, which it's a lot harder than it sounds just getting a headshot, especially on bows. And the major counter to that is because if you move, it makes it almost impossible to hit you. I didn't mean to say that. I mean, if you stand still, it makes it impossible to hit you. There we go. That's a lot better. But what we have is just a massive bow, and if you can hit someone with it, even if they're moving around, if you use this little guy here, the Sunlight Straight Sword, you can end up probably one-shotting him, and it makes it's a very effective way of taking people out. Now, granted, most of the shots you're going to be taking are going to be from stealth, so you can't be right up in their face. And there are funny moments that you can get when you still have that Tears of Denial trading power, and the bow has like 2 frames of hyper armor. Like 2. When you fire the arrow, meaning that as you fire, it'll still come out. So you doing that, you can trade with someone, and if you put the Leo ring on, you basically kill them in the game, and then you probably kill them in real life and break their Xbox. Blairal. Blairal. Do my little pirouette when I drink my What is this? Is this like Powerade or something? I don't know what the meme name. I know the Estus flask is Sunny D. Everyone knows that. Alright, looks like that ladder's down. That's a shortcut to the later part of the level, so I would assume that it spawned me in when I invaded down here, but then he was going up at the same time. But when that happens, you want to check, alright, contraption does not move. And to check the pillars, you want to go to the back first, and then go to the front. It does not look like anyone's here. Now, didn't it spawn me close to the start? You hear that? I bet you didn't. My dragon ears are just so in tune. So speaking of my dragon senses, I actually have this third superpower to kill a host without them even seeing me, or me even knowing where they are. I'll tell you more about that later. In the secret night shift stream with error code. The ultra secret night shift. No one has ever seen it before. That's how secret it is. And the first stream actually has a couple views on YouTube. It's got like 6. And that may not seem like a lot, but I'm pretty happy with it. I haven't checked it recently, and the second one's uploading right now. And I don't exactly know how to check the analytics for the second part of the stream, or any part of the stream for that matter, so I can't exactly see how far people watched, because one view doesn't necessarily mean they watched the whole stream, or any significant part of it. It more than likely means they clicked on it because it had a title that coincided with what they wanted to watch. Sad boy. Alright, Mr. Sad Boy. Your host has a big problem. Alright, let's see. So the elevator's down again. I mean, the ladder's down again. Should not have rolled in there. That telescope looked a little bit suspicious to me. So it spawned me in there. It might be the same case as last time where they were up top. So let's go take a look-see up there. And hopefully my super secret powers kill them again on this ladder. Alright, looks like they've got a cooldown time, so it's not instant. Alright, let's read the map. He's still there, which means that they must have used a lift. If he summoned someone, he might be at the boss fight, to be honest. Yeah, the Crystal Sage is dead. Yeah, he's still there, so he hasn't been aggroed. That little thrall guy. He'll chase after you if you get close to him. Yeah, critical battle. There was no way I was gonna reach him. Twin dragon? What do you know? I'm a dragon. I don't know where I thought I was going. If you want to invade, it's gotta be... There's a couple places that are amazing. Soul level 25, Crucifixion Woods. That whole area, the Halfway Fortress Crucifixion, that is popping. That is always going to be there. And for level 85, the Grand Archives, 100% of the time will have 3 people. And that's because it's a big area, and I think it counts a little bit of the dragon... It counts people in the Dragon Slayer armor boss fight too, I think. There's certain things that'll count. So this one's always going to be a very popular zone of invasion. You mad, bro? Wonder if we'll get hate now. Oh yeah, I am invading with character name. Normally I invade with gamertag just in case someone if there's a friend I can make, I'll make a friend. I'm always trying to get more people to terror invade with me. And that's, we've got a team of we've got a committed team of 3 and a 4th. Alright, now, it spawned us here, so hopefully they're not going up that lift. That contraption does not move. Hold a minute. Hey there, friend. No. Alright, so the turn and burn on this build is incredible. Simply wait for them to run after you, and then turn and burn. Now he didn't clip the next part out. We gotta watch for that one. And that's what that tears is for. Yeah, he was desperate. I'm actually surprised I didn't die there, because that third R1 he did. He saw the forward momentum his swings had, and he was like, I'm gonna take it. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I think that one's still hiding there. So sunlight. Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to see someone get really, really hurt. Somebody call 911. Ooh. I bet you have no stamina. That's game. Yeah, not many people can survive a backstab. That only did 680 damage. That's because he had low health already. The backstab on this normally does around 1,000 damage, so not many people can survive it. I know phantoms can't survive it, but what's with all the people hiding today? Normally that never happens. But yeah, we've had like 3 or 4 people hide from us. It might have been the same repeat offenders. This is the Dragon Cop. But yeah, there's two gargoyles and two gargoyles and a gyroscope. Gotta watch out for those pesky gyroscopes. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Invaded the world of Axel. If I don't see some greased hair when I get in there, I'm gonna be very disappointed. I'm thinking of like a tunnel snake from Fallout. So I'm pretty sure he's attacked the Crystal Sage. And that gives away his location. He's either up there or in his little spawn room. So let's go around. I heard some hitting going on, so I'm gonna see what's crack-a-lacking up top. No, it doesn't look like he's been up here, and the ladder looks like it stayed, so he's got to be down there. Now, I know we're not an actual dragon, but today we're gonna fly. Come fly away. Target acquired. That is Yorm's machete right there. We do not want to meet him. Which is why we're not going to. We're gonna cheap shot him from behind. Or we're gonna meet him. I did not mean for that to happen. Bye, sir. You can't hit small dragon. I've been anorexic for like 10 days. Rah! Alright, I'm gonna try to do the quick switch. Oh, that's not gonna work. He doesn't want to fight. $974. And a 510 on the follow-up. There we go. Yeah, the weapon art on this thing is the stance, and that is a very good R2 wake-up. And especially in a build like this, if you make that one mistake roll backwards, it's not gonna be fun on you. That is another sunlight medal for the Nameless Kings collection. Alright, let's get another invasion going on. We've been getting constant invasions. Yes, look, immediately that's it. Now, this is because this area is always going to be just populated as it can be. This is where it's all happening, folks. This is the best invaders party ever. And this is a very friendly spot for invaders. Ever since they nerfed the seed, it's been a lot easier to take on groups of people just because you have the enemies. And it's a lot better, and they can only carry 3 seeds. And seeds themselves are useless not because they got nerfed. They're actually still very useful. I remember 2 nights ago I was invaded going upwards of the central Irithyll bonfire. And the invader wasn't doing anything. He was just waiting for me to get weakened by the enemies, because I couldn't just run by him if he was there, because he was going to grab me. Grab and attack me there. So, I'm trying to survive, and Lord thick. And I just used a seed, and he just got attacked. And as an invader, I'm very comfortable around enemies. In fact, there's some times when I was running through the game where I'd actually get hit because I thought I was an invader, and the enemy's like, "What are you doing, man? You're not supposed to be up here with us." So you use the seed, and then you ambush them because you know the enemy's attack patterns. All right, now I don't know where Lord Thick is. Too much thick. Never met someone who was so thick they died. But it's another sunlight medal. The cell key. That's for Grey Rat. Good old throwing knife man. And he does sell bolts for crossbows. If you don't know, bolts for crossbows are a pain in the booty to get. Alright, there's another instant invasion. I like this. We don't have to wait. Even at Pontiff nowadays, you have to wait a couple minutes to get summoned as an invader. As an Aldrich, it's a little bit better, but overall, it's a little bit slower at Pontiff. But here at the Grand Archives, or Soul Level 25 at the Fair and Keep, it is always going to be rocking. And of course, at Soul Level 12, the High Wall of Lothric is going to be open all the time. Phantom Dex, I see a problem here, boys. There's a problem. I heard some roll. That was a seed. You always gotta be ready for a seed. Whoop. See, you gotta be very comfortable around enemies. See? Seed did nothing. These invaders, they don't know how to use a seed. And it's only 45 seconds and then it's game. Alright, looks like they just got engaged. Alright, now we wait. I'm gonna get a little bit further back. So my plan is they're gonna see the prism stone and stop. They're gonna be like, what? And I'm gonna be like, pow. There's two of them. Alright, that didn't go as planned, but... Alright, so I think they think that doorway's clear. But it was not. Haha! Alright, I'm gonna try to loop around them. Get behind them. Dang you all. Alright, let's get around them. Let's take a couple shots from behind. Now, a common host strategy is to just sit. And that's probably one of the most effective ones, is to sit in a place and wait. And it's incredibly effective. You have no idea. It's probably the most effective strategy is just to sit around and wait. It looks like they're doing that. And it looks like the blue just showed up. Hold up, we got a hawk ring we can throw on. Let's make this blue go night night. I'm not getting headshots. I don't know why. I'm everywhere and I am nowhere. Now, granted, they do have me trapped. I cannot leave this one area without them finding me. I'm Angry Dragon. You can't catch me. Run, run, run as quick as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread dragon. What was that? I think they're going back down. Yeah, they're definitely going back down. And so am I. See, I love the guerrilla warfare thing you can do. Oh, there's another blue. Odd. He spawned right there and I didn't see him. The waifu. We got a problem, ladies and gentlemen. I'm setting all these traps up. The host is right there, but he can't see me. And I'm willing to bet there's two people on either side or something. But you didn't see anything, host. He looks like he wants to stand still and take an arrow. God, this must be terrifying. You can't catch the dragon. Yeah, just every once in a while an arrow comes in and just snipes one of you. Oh, he's summoning another phantom. I gotta do something about that. Alright, we got him. Man, that was quite a battle there. Holy cow. You know, you had two blues come in. You shoot one of them with a bow, and you slice the other one into pieces. Eat them for your dragon breakfast. What's up there, patty cake? You made pizza rolls. Yeah, I haven't been checking the chat. I didn't really realize anyone was in. What's going on? Oh yeah, you're Sir Irish. Yeah, I wish I had pizza rolls too. Right now we're invading on the soul level 85 dragon. Yeah, later on in the night shift we're gonna be bringing Gatman, and Gatman is a man with a gat or a gun. And we're going to be not co-invading, we're going to be dueling in the arena with the passwords with Gatman and Error Code, my close friend. Alright, let's see what this world has to offer. Now, I do wish the Warriors of Sunlight got a little extra reward for killing the blues, because the blues themselves are a major problem. Alright. Need a little red blossom? Alright, we got a problem. Activate stealth. Hello. It's in situations like this where we like to lead the entire party of co-opers into their dooms. Alright, you see those claws there? I actually can't walk through them. If I hit one of them, it pops my tears. And I cry. Alright, I need you to stop moving, sir. Over there works. Okay. I didn't even need to shoot him. And it looks like, I think the host is going to start running back home. Or the host wants nothing to do with it. But if we're very, very sneaky. If we're very, very sneaky. Good morning. Oh yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this one-shot build. Man, I really like that backstab. The little sneak around and hide. I don't know how he didn't see me. I guess he was just waiting, talking to a buddy, and trying to get a summon in. But I'll take a win and a wake up. Any day I'll take a win and a wake up. Alright, let's see what we got. Next invasion. Instant again. This area, there definitely needs to be more invaders here to comb the flocks. It's population control, that's what it is. They're not endangered species. It's population control. You gotta keep them low. Yeah, but that stealth kill was definitely reminds me of why I made this build in the first place. So, let's see what we got here. What's next on our invasion palette? It looks like if they're up there and they're very low damage, did one of them get poisoned or something? Oh, I see. They actually, that's toxic. They toxic the sage, and she went up there, so she'll be dead. I wonder if I could cure the sage. That would be funny, as if an invader could like start taking care. I know actually you can bring warmth, and that can heal mobs. So I guess maybe you can heal the sage with warmth. That'll be funny. I might do that. That might be a good idea for like the next invasion or something. Next couple, maybe the next stream or something. Bring warmth and heal. Yeah, they're up there really. I don't know why I came down here. Be very, very quiet. Alright, we gotta search for him. And normally within the first couple of seconds of an invasion. Quick! I don't have any blossoms for you. I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to burn. Alright, strap on our dragon wings here. What the heck? I don't know what that was. That was just a suspicious table. And I know what that is. I've broken that like 8 times. Alright. Keep the sneaking going. We're hunting casuals. I wonder what he was doing down there. He was moving. He was definitely twitching. If he wasn't moving around, I wouldn't have even seen him. So I'm wondering where the rest of the family went. Oh, there's the rest of the family. There we go. And thank goodness we had that tears. Give him a wax bath. Thank you there, scholars. And that is 370 damage a hit. That's basically an over. It's a very, very good build with a greatsword. And if you can do that with a straight sword, that is very impressive. But we do have that little break back with the health. But if you play like a dragon, very skinny, anorexic, fast rolling dragon, you can make it work. Alright, what's next on the palette? Invading another world instantly. This area is still popping. I don't think it ever won't be. I think that this area is popping 24/7. Like on the night shift when I'm on my Revan build, I always look at this area and it's always three humanities. I bet it's there. Like there's got to be some reason why it's that active. Hello, sir. Alright, so, Destiny. There's a little problem here. Oh, thank goodness. I wonder. I'm gonna ask Destiny for a hand. Here, could you give me a hand? Could you just hit me once? I'm gonna need you to hit me once. Just once. Just. There we go. Just rolling attack me, like real quick. No, come back here. I don't need to one-shot you. No disconnects for you. I don't know what the problem was with that one. Hello, Blue. Press F to pay respects. That wasn't the host, I'm pretty sure, right? I'm an unbuffed dragon, what are you? Oh. I guess it was the host. I'm a little bit confused on that one. I don't know, if you disconnect from an invader, that I don't know why so many hosts see that as a victory. Like, oh, I couldn't kill you and now I have to restart my whole game. The point of invasions isn't for killing a host and being a jerk, it's for sport. I do this for fun, because it's challenging to take on groups of 3 people, especially when you can only take 2 shots. So, if they want to disconnect and waste their time, that's fine by me, because I consider that a victory. And then they give you that sweet, only 100 calories, free cage grown, GMO fed hate mail. Oh yeah, that's what we all live for. Favorite flavor of hate mail is Greek yogurt. Fated host of Embers, Juan. That reminds me, there was a host at Pontiff whose name was Leave, that, like, not character name, but actual gamer tag was Leave My Country. And I was sitting there looking at him like, what's going on there? Of course, he wasn't a Trump cosplay, so, I mean, I was very disappointed. I should have sent him a message saying, like, 0 out of 10, no Trump cosplay. Oop, see it there? We got that little wooden symbol with the hole in it, that's a seed. That means the enemies are going to be rooting for us for a whole whopping 45 seconds. And it looks like this host probably hasn't played the game in a while, because normally, you know, host see invader, host use seed, host kill invader. You're like, me and the scholars are buddies, see? Yeah, that's not gonna work. Boom shakalaka. This is my library. You see all the papers on the ground? This is because people have been raiding my library and I have to pick them all up. And it sucks because as a dragon, I can't even read. So I have to, like, guess which alphabetical order this is in. And they don't even speak English here. Yeah, I definitely need to have, like, a set schedule for when I, stream. That would probably help a couple things. In the night. Oh, my napkin went on my controller and started spinning it. But to bring up a point I made way earlier in the stream, like way earlier, I do kind of want to make, I think it was a soul level 150 cleric that just like blasted people with lightning. That would be cool. Granted, it would take like a month to make. I mean, I don't really want to go and do that. I'm not on PC, so I don't have cheats, and I'm not on PS4, so I don't have back saves. So any items I get, it takes more time. Now on the Xbox, there's a respec glitch that makes things a lot easier for us. All right, let's throw the silver cat ring on because I don't trust this at all. Whee! Oh, come on, I was a mile away. Alright, so we're going to be doing the turnaround method, and this is with Ultra Greatsword users, and how to do this is you want to lock onto them, and you want to be running away. Yeah, I could have done 2 there, but I didn't really want to. Dragon no like. There we go. A little scary there. I wanted to do the turnaround method, because if you lock onto someone when they have an ultra great and then lead them into doing a running attack, you can run around them and backstab them. And on this build, that's normally a 1,000 damage riposte. That's something you don't want any sort of children to see. That's how you get kicked off Twitch for your streams becoming R-rated for graphic content. So I don't know if I really wanted to do that. I think the game was like, hey man, do you really want to put this in your stream? So I'm gonna thank Dark Souls for keeping me honest. But a soul level 150 lightning build. Now, in higher levels, you deal with like monsters. You have every build out there with either addition of heavier armor and Tears of Denial, or just full-on Havel's armor, or like massive amounts of more strength or dex. Like instead of 40 strength, they're dealing with 66. So there's going to be a lot more situations where you're going to be outmatched. In fact, at that level, there's no reason to invade. In fact, even at 120, there's no reason to invade Pontiff, because I went through the game with 2 Shields of Want, a Corvettus Serpent Ring +3, and a Symbol of Avarice. And granted, I only killed the bosses, but the highest level I got to was 65, meaning that if you're going to go through the game and kill every enemy, you're probably going to be around 85. Meaning that the only people at soul level 85 at Pontiff are gankers. Ooh, can we do the turnaround method here? Oop, he just has a regular greatsword. And he has magic. Ooh. Ooh. The dragon falls. Do I get a point down? I don't get a wax-covered point down. I'll accept that. That's 1 loss and I think around 10 invasions, so especially with a build like this, and it took R1 span to take it out. I'm perfectly okay with that. Very good. We got around 7 minutes left on stream before I cut it out. Let's go get these souls and then invade again. I would normally just go and grab the souls themselves and then invade at the same time, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that because this place is so active. So we're probably going to get around 2 invasions in, and I guess the policy I'll adopt is if there's 1 minute left, I'll still do an invasion. So we'll do as many as it takes, and as long as we're within that time limit. And of course, Twitch has a little thing at the bottom of my screen telling me how long I've played for. These sweet souls, these dragon souls. There we go. Oh, we got invaded ourselves. Let's get goofy. Alright, we gotta move fast, because if that... Alright, we gotta be careful with this one. We're on the hunt for an invader. You gotta be quiet. It's actually kind of like deprivating, like sensory-wise, to not hear you move. Oh, I don't want to run by that guy. He's probably not going to be too friendly. What? I thought we were friends, scholars. He hasn't invaded the world of your average everyday dragon. This is advanced dragon. And that's it for the invader. A lot of them don't expect to have another invader coming to invade the world of another invader. But it looks like we got 56 minutes, and that looks like it's time for one more invasion, so let's kick it off. And let's see what we can do. One last invasion. One last push for Sunbros of all days. And then I'll add up the amount of successful invasions we've had. I think in total my invasions are around in the 500s. Now on stream that's more like 30. But if you go to the achievements on Xbox, it'll show you exactly how many successful invasions you've had. I don't know about PC or PS4. You see, I'm putting my blood, sweat, and tears into this one. Oh man, that would have been a perfect name for the stream. Don't worry, I can name the YouTube video of the stream. What is it? Dark Souls 3 Dragon build with blood, sweat, and tears. I love that. Oh, that's a perfect name. Alright, you gotta sniff out. I'm not seeing any. It's because I'm using my nose, that would be it. If for stealth purposes, I'd rather have Untrue Dark Ring on. Casual spotted. What are you doing up on my ladder, boy? That's a host with more than 1,200 health. Not too rare nowadays, but... I don't think he knows, like... He's not dumb, I'll give him that. He's hiding the right way. Not twice. There we go. Excellent. Yeah, with any invasion build, you want to pull up a friend and you want to really get the roll catch timing with a straight sword. So if you can predict when they're going to roll and you can do a running attack, that really helps to be able to know the roll catch timing of a lot of your weapons. Like ultra great weapons, of course, you'll find out on your own. You won't find the roll catch time. You'll find out that it's impossible to roll catch someone with a running attack of an ultra great. But with anything like a straight sword or even a mace, you can roll catch people. It looks like we have 59 minutes, and I'm a man of my word, or a dragon of my word. So we're going to do one more invasion, and then we're going to call the stream off. So, let's see what this one is. Hopefully, I'll try to do something like meme-worthy for this one. The final invasion of the stream. I don't know how many invasions total. I should really keep track more. Let's see what we can get. The 60-minute mark has just been passed. And I will have to say, just because I want to keep these things around an hour long, my last stream I kind of broke that. Let's not talk about that though. But that's because we actually had a couple viewers that stream. I will extend it for more viewers if the case comes in. Looks like he's down there hitting on some of my boys. And the build itself is very expensive to run if you're going to be in Pontiff with the arrows. Because the arrows go for around 800 apiece. What? What is that? What? Am I missing something? That crystal sage is, just a tad bit weird, man. Alright. I don't really know what to make out of that, but we do have, we have something on the stream for the last invasion. I think he's gotta be up there, because I saw him taking the lift. Or he was hitting the enemies outside the lift. He saw me, he's buffing up. Not sure how. Oh no, he's down there. Never mind. Don't listen to what I said. I'm just a stupid little dragon. I'm surprised I didn't hit him. Oh, this is Torb. This is the same guy. Ooh. Getting lucky with these arrow shots. What? I'm gonna have to come down there and I'm gonna have to do something. No! I am dead. We at least got to see the Crystal Sage's ball sack, so I can't say that was a complete failure of an invasion. But I am going to cut the stream here. Before we do that, we'll take a look. We can actually see how many invasions we got. And I can do that during the loading screen. You're not going to miss much. But I'm pretty sure the screen... will cut out. Doesn't sound entirely right. I'm pretty sure we've done more, but I'm not going to argue with the stats. So I will say, thank you for watching this stream, and I'll see you in the next video. Yeah, I don't have a computer, so I can't do the cool, like, outro. So I'm just going to stop the broadcast here with the Xbox command.